Welcome to my Vision News complete situation report from Sudan. Today is the 9th of May. Important updates from Sudan. Firstly, what is the latest from Darfur? Darfur, which is the stronghold or the base of rapid support forces, are RSF members in control of key cities in eastern, western, northern, southern, and central Darfur regions. We have details for you. Secondly, viewers, Abdul Fattah al Burhan, Sudanese army chief, was interviewed by Al Qahira News, an Egyptian news channel. And there he said a few conflicting things. He made conflicting remarks. And thirdly, viewers, an important revelation by some journalists who are claiming that Hemedti informed South Sudan president's spokesperson before the start of the war that he was going to start a war on the 15th of April. Firstly, viewers, Darfur. What is the latest in Darfur? Is RSF still in a strong position there? Is RSF in control of main cities, towns there? Darfur has 5 zones: east, west, north, south, and central Darfur. Capital of East Darfur is Zalinji. West Darfur capital is Al Janina. Central Darfur main city capital Al Dain. North Darfur capital Al Fashir. South Darfur main capital city is Nyala. At this point of time, Rapid Support Force members are in control of Nyala. More than half of Nyala city in South Darfur is under RSF control. Nyala airport under RSF control. Eastern part of the city is under the control of Sudanese army reportedly. In North Darfur, Al Fashir is being patrolled by Sudanese army. Zalinji in East Darfur under Sudanese army control. Central Darfur, Al Dain under Sudanese army control. West Darfur, Al Janina, where we saw clashes between Rapid Support Force members and other forces. Sudanese army was there too, and Masalit Arab fighting also happened in Al Janina just a few days ago, and several were killed. And clashes were not just between Rapid Support Force and Sudanese army. Clashes took ethnic turn there. Here, Rapid Support Force members, they have retreated. They're not in control of Al Janina. So, mainly, their Rapid Support Force members are based in South Darfur, Nyala. South Darfur, Nyala airport is under their control. Having said that, can we say that Sudanese army is in control of all the remaining 4 states of Darfur? We cannot say that, because Rapid Support Force members, they're still there, but they're not trying to control main town, cities, and main strategic places. But they can launch attacks in Al Fashir, in Al Janina, in other areas. And we must not forget that Sudanese liberation movement is also there, led by Mini Minawi, who announced a few hours ago that his fighters were heading to Darfur. Where? No one knows. Minawi's Sudanese Liberation Movement, Sudan Liberation Front, was a key force, non-Arab, I think, in Sudan. It signed a peace deal with the transitional government in 2020. So they are still there. There are several players in Darfur. But Sudanese army, in a statement 48 hours ago, confirmed the movement of reinforcements from Darfur through Kordofan towards Khartoum for Rapid Support Force camps in Khartoum. It means that Rapid Support Force members are there in Darfur. That is why from there they are sending supplies. and they are receiving supplies from neighboring Central African Republic too. West African countries, fighters are entering, mercenaries who fight for money. They are entering Darfur from Central African Republic, and they're being sent to Khartoum. So while Sudanese army is in control of main states in Darfur, Rapid Support Force members are still there. They're not trying to control main town cities, but RSF is still in a strong position in Darfur reportedly. Secondly, Al Burhan was interviewed by Al Qahira News a few hours ago. And there he made some conflicting remarks. On the one hand, he said that the army was close to ending RSF's presence in Khartoum. On the other hand, he said that this war could spread to entire Sudan, to all regions of Sudan. And Sudanese military has been saying that situation is stable, under control. It's in control of all states except Darfur and Khartoum. But Burhan said that the war could spread. And secondly, he said political solution was the best solution. And thirdly, he talked about any timeline of ceasefire. He was asked a question about ongoing talks in Jeddah. He said no timeline can be shared about ceasefire. But he said that political solution is the best one. Sudanese military a few days ago said that only solution was military solution. Daf'ullah, who is spokesperson of Al Burhan, he said, I think 3 to 4 days ago, that only solution to the conflict in Sudan is military solution. Burhan says best solution is political solution. So what are they talking about? Do they know what they are saying? Can we say that the military is going to crush RSF in Khartoum in coming days? As Burhan said, that military was close to ending RSF's presence in Khartoum. Well, on the ground situation does not correspond with Al Burhan's claim. Rapid Support Force members are still there. They're in control of strategic places. They could not be dislodged. Shambat Bridge is under their control. Al-Manshia Bridge under their control. Other strategic places too. Their supply lines are flowing. No decisive punch could be delivered by the army to Rapid Support Force. So how can we say that the military is close to ending RSF's presence in Khartoum? Lastly, viewers, an important revelation by a journalist, if found true, could create problems for South Sudan's government. Hemedti, when he was involved in talks at the start of April in Abyei, about Abyei, he shared his plan of launching a war in Khartoum with South Sudan president's spokesperson, advisor. His name is Gatluak. He told Gatluak that he was going to attack Khartoum. He was going to start a war on the 15th of April. This conversation happened in the first week of April, or before the start of the war. Gatluak, Salva Kiir's spokesperson, informed his relatives in Khartoum. His relatives left their homes. Now, this is a revelation which is being made by some journalists. They say they have sources, they have evidence. If Gatluak, Salva Kiir's spokesperson, his advisor, was informed by Hemedti about this war, did Salva Kiir inform Al Burhan or not? If Hemedti was openly saying that he was going to attack the Sudanese military, is going to attack Khartoum, what preparations, what defensive preparations did the Sudanese army make? to stop the RSF's offensive on Khartoum. Sudanese military claims that the attack was sudden. That is why the Rapid Support Force members, they managed to enter Khartoum. They took control of Presidential Palace Airport as well. Though military knew why, because before the start of war, around more than a month before the start of the war, large reinforcements, large number of Rapid Support Force members entered Khartoum, neighboring areas in northern Khartoum as well. So preparation was there. It means that Sudanese military either took the mobilization movement of Rapid Support Force members into Khartoum lightly, or they did not have any clue what was going to happen. They thought Hemedti was just putting pressure upon the military. He wasn't going to attack. He was going to start a full-scale war. Now, this revelation has been made by a journalist, and he said he has some evidence as well. Let's see how South Sudan's government responds to this claim. Now, South Sudan will have to answer. If it knew that the war was coming, why didn't it inform Al-Burhan? Or if Salva Kiir informed Al-Burhan, what did Al-Burhan do? We'll see this story made public by some news outlets in coming hours reportedly. Thank you for watching.